Hi, my name is Mr. Marco, and I'm going to be the director for this year's school play, All Shook Up. I'd like to introduce the musical director for this year's show, and that is Mrs. Cox. So, hello, Mrs. Cox.
Hello, Mr. Marco. I'm so excited about this show this year.
Can't be near as excited as I am. So, the musical this year is called All Shook Up, Young at Heart. All Shook Up is a musical loosely based on Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, done to Elvis music. It's a really fun show. Awesome. It's a super fun show, and I am just excited to direct it, and I can't wait to see what everyone does with this year's show. I want to give you some information about the auditions. We're doing things a little differently this year. Yes, our show will be in the spring like we normally do. However, because of some changes in sports schedules, what we're going to need to do this year is our auditions at the end of January. We're going to do the auditions in that week between the second and third sports season. We'll still rehearse in spring, and our show will be in spring, but we do need to do auditions early this year based on some schedule changes, so that's why this is a little different. So Mrs. Cox and I would like to go over some different information about the auditions that will be coming up this year. Our audition week will be end of January, the 28th through the 31st. Here's some important dates. Our first rehearsal will be March 18th, and our show dates are?
May 16th through the 18th at Rogers High School.
Okay. Auditions. So, we're going to ask you to sign up to come one of 2 days on either Monday, January 28th, or
the 29th on Tuesday. And on those days, you get to do a little bit of a monologue, you get to do some singing. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Then everyone will come on Wednesday, the 30th. That'll be for dance. Our choreographers will be here. They're gonna teach you a really short dance and see what you can do and how well you can move. Then the 31st, which is Thursday, and maybe Friday the 1st, depending how things go, will be callbacks. And we'll go over that in just a little bit here. All right, so what do you need to do? You need to sign up for one of the 2 days. You need to prepare a 1-minute monologue, 1 to 2 minute. If you have your own monologue that you would like to do, great, you can use that and bring that. If you don't have one, you're not sure, look in the packet that you received from me, and you will see some sample monologues, and feel free to use one of those 2 monologues. In addition, that day,
you're gonna have to sing All Shook Up, measures 1 through 28. The music is gonna be included in the packet, and I will make sure that you know the song. We'll have a good time singing it. You'll have a chance to learn it, but it might be good to go and listen. You can find it on the Schoology page.
Yes, in the resources, you'll see this. You'll see downloads of the music for the show. All Shook Up is song number 12, and you can practice singing that song. Again, measures
1 through 28.
Through 28. Okay. The 30th, again, is the dance portion. You're going to learn about a 15 to 20 second dance from one of the songs. Our choreographers are going to teach it. They'll practice it with you, let you go over it, and then we'll see how well you can do that. Now with musicals, actually, you know what, I'll get into that in a little bit here. I just get so excited, Mrs. Cox.
It is so
There's so much information. Next slide, please. All right, a callback list is going to be put up on the window at the counselor's office Thursday, the morning of January 31st. And they'll be posted there. So only the students that are on the callback list will need to come after school that day.
Now, if my name's not on that callback list, does that mean I'm not in the play?
Not necessarily. The callback list, that's a great question. The callback list doesn't necessarily mean you've made the show, and it doesn't mean you haven't made the show. It just means that we need to see a little bit more of you. All right, here are some frequently asked questions that come up a lot as I'm doing this.
Let me ask the questions.
Okay.
Can I do track?
No, sadly you are not able to do track. You can do girls soccer and boys basketball. Our schedule will allow for that, but sadly it does not allow for you to do track.
Do I need to audition for one particular part?
No. We have just general auditions, and we kind of place you where you need to be. If you have a particular part that you're interested in, you can note that in your application, but we just do a general audition.
How many people are gonna be in the play this year?
We are looking to cast around 28 to 32 people in the play this year.
And last year, it was so cool to be at Rogers. Do we get to go back again for our performance?
Yes, we will performing all 4 shows, the Thursday night show, the Friday night show, and the 2 Saturday shows at the Rogers Performing Arts Center. We will also do our Tech Week, which is the week leading up to the show, rehearsals at Rogers as well.
Now, I know this is an ASB sponsored event. Do I have to have an ASB to audition?
No, you do not need an ASB card to audition. You don't have to have one of those. If you make the cast and are in the show, yes, you will then need an ASB card, but you don't need one to audition.
Okay. All right. I'm a great singer, but I may not be the best dancer, and I've heard about other people who are great dancers, but they don't feel real confident in their singing. Do I have to, what's the deal?
Well, here's the deal. With musicals, you kind of need 3 things. You need to be able to act, you need to be able to sing, and you need to be able to dance. That being said, if you can be fairly competent in 2 of those 3, you're going to be doing pretty good. We know that not everyone is a great dancer. We know that not everyone can sing, well,
Like you.
like me. And we know that not everyone has a lot of acting experience, but we're okay with that. We know that, we'll work with that. There's actually a couple parts in the show that don't sing at all. So just come, have a good time. Understand we know not everyone is an expert in all 3.
But they can learn, right?
But they can learn, and
That's
we
the idea.
work with them.
All right. When I go to audition, do I have to sing?
Well, here's the thing. Yes, you do have to sing. That being said, we know that singing can be a pretty nervous experience for some people. So here's what we do on the rehearsals. We sing this song, All Shook Up, measures 1 through 28, a lot together. We sing it several times as a group. Then we'll break you into small groups, and you'll sing it a bunch of times in a small group. And then in a really small group with just a few of us adults that are running the show, you'll sing it once by yourself. But it's a really non-threatening experience. Please do not choose to not be a part of this because you're afraid to sing in the auditions. We really do make it a non-threatening experience. So make sure you want to be a part of that.
I said next, really. Okay.
All right, I think we're no, we have another slide here.
It tells us what to do next.
All right.
So the next things we have to do.
All right, here's what you got to do. In your packet is a checklist. So you want to go through all of the things on the checklist, which includes looking up important. So fill out the application. So we have an application that you'll fill out. This is included in your packet. Make sure you fill that out. Check the calendar. So in the packet is a calendar. I'm going to ask that you review the calendar, the rehearsal days, and the show days. If you have conflicts, please note those on the calendar. Many of the conflicts are on the application. Many of the conflicts we can work around. It's no problem. However, there are some that we just can't. So for example, if you can only make 3 of the 4 shows, sadly we can't have you be a part of it. We need you to be there for all of it.
Yes.
But the best option is to be honest with me up front with what your conflicts are. I'll be honest with you. Yes, we can work around it, or sadly, no, we can't. But what we don't want as surprises is the week leading up to the show, you saying, oh, by the way, I can't be at the 3rd show. That's when it gets really tough for the rest of the cast.
Yes. The last thing, one of the other things you need to do is get a grade check, because you do need to be a student performer. Student first, then a performer.
Yes, and I do take grades seriously. You need to be have the same grade requirements that we require of all of our athletes here at Stall, so that is something that is really important as well. And then finally, sign up for one of the 2 days.
Please do. Sign up.
We'll have a sign-up sheet on the counselor's window. Sign up, get your friends to sign up. The more the merrier.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, feel free to see Mrs. Cox in room
213.
and you can come see me in world famous
Portable 9.
That's right. So again, thank you for your
Yes.
time and watching this video. We look forward to seeing everyone on the 28th and 29th for what should be a great experience. Thank you and have a
Thank
great
you
day.
so much.